rocket like rocket fuel.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Get team on it. Get team on it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's brought incomplete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
First down.
Check, ready. 6 out roll. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 31. Check 31. Check 99. Check 99.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Get your set. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Slip read.
And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are set.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Ward on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
2nd and 5. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taking it about the 16.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Moore. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Ward, operating from the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw is Ward on first down. Being chased, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They run. Anderson. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. They can't hustle.
Ward now, off the play fake. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Anderson is the lone man in the backfield here as they get set for a 2nd and goal.
You better be ready. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Go.
2nd and 1.
I can't believe they let you play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
13, not 13. He's coming. Check in.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd down, it's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike, what? Go.
Ward throwing on 1st down. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2nd and long. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
Now Ward from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And that lead there for the Rams is extended. They just scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Ready, go.
2nd and 6. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moore.
Everyone's got to be
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
That's caught inside the 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
He don't want it. 49's the coach up. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Back to throw. Ward. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And he is all the way up past the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check, check.
And a give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ward, operating from the gun. He's going to wind up in air, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Right here. Check, watch it. 22, check, cover. Check, 22, check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the clock.
He'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
5-2, 6-6. 5-2, Mike 5-2. It's a party now.
2nd and 4. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Check, 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 check. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Go. Bang, 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 bang. 41's the Mike, 41. Check, 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 41.
To throw is Warren on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
No, no, no. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. That's it. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. No.
Ward now. Going to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
49, set, go.
Ward throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. White now to return.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Parkey adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Watch the run.
Second and 11. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Bills touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Watch the run. Tight dog.
Now Ward. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check. Any weapon. Check.
Looking to throw. Ward. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. From the 21, it's second and 10. They'll set up to throw, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Undercrunch. Kill. Go. Kill. Watch the 6. 41 Mike. Hey, tight. 41. We've got a wedge now, huh?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 13. Check 1. Watch it, Check.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. That's it. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Moore. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Interception, baby. All day. All day.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this will be a win.